For today's episode, I love learning about you all. I love learning about generating leads, technology, and more so the scenarios that you all run into when it comes to clients and generating leads, listing appointments, buyers consultations, because I really take to heart, I really take pride in developing a product that's really good for the audience that we're handing it to. And you all hear Andrew all the time. We're developing an app for agents. It's built by agents for agents. And this episode allows us to accomplish the built by agents part. Because I really want to take the time out today. I was letting everybody know you can go ahead and unmic yourself or just engage with us in the chat. We're just going to be asking a couple questions to you all and how, for two things. These are the two biggest questions. One, is there any improvements that you all would want to see with the app? Right? Do you all run into something on the day-to-day basis when it comes to using the app, whether it's getting leads from Jenny and the ISA team, or your team if you're working on a team and getting leads from your team through the iCONNCT app, or just using it as an individual agent? If there's any improvements that you can think of in order to make the app better, to make the utility better for you or your customers, that's question number one. And then question number two is anything that you would like to see more of on iCONNCT University from us, whether it's marketing strategy, sales strategy, like how to use the app, maybe some advanced tactics on using the app, on how we're seeing some real estate agents use the app. Anything. Like, I really want this to be like a lots of engagement between all of us here, so we can better at the end of the day better serve you guys, just like you all do your customers. Mm-hmm. And so let's open it up there. Like, I would say the first question is, does anybody have any sort of improvements that they would want to see with the app? Any sort of ideas on, like, hey, maybe you guys should tweak the app like this, or maybe you guys should have this feature in the app? Is there anything that you all see could be made improved on the iCONNCT app? And while we wait for any sort of, I see somebody unmuted themselves. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I wanted to find out if just in the actual notes section, so there's one that says notes and it says add note here, mm-hmm. and then there's another one when you go in and change the status where you actually have to add a note. Is there a way that those two can I add one note and kill two birds with one stone?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Never thought about that.
Can you?
Because it seems like I'm duplicating. So if I meet a client, we do bam, fam, it says,
mm-hmm.
hey, add a note.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go back into the other side and
right.
I got to add the same note.
Right.
In the CRM, is that what you're talking about, Amir? Like, you go back into the CRM and add a note, or are you talking about in two different places within iCONNCT?
Two different places in iCONNCT.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I can definitely ask Zishan if that isn't if that's something that can be done. But I know exactly what you're talking about, because in iCONNCT, when an agent changes a status,
mm-hmm.
For that client, it'll have a pop-up for the agent to add a note
mm-hmm.
as to why they're changing that status out of appointment set into Banafan or something like that.
Mm-hmm. And then they have to update again somewhere else?
Yeah, there's a bottom section of iCONNCT where they add their regular notes. So
interesting.
Basically 2 separate notes, but if they can do just one note and have it update on both sides,
mm-hmm.
I think that would definitely save the agents a lot of time.
Yeah, 100%. I appreciate that, Amir.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
I got something
it's a great
small.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead, Jonathan.
So that, this may seem like too small, but like the text, when we're texting back and forth, it's like really, really small. Is there a way to make it a little bigger, the font size?
The text messages, the chat and the between you, the client.
Yeah, I mean, the other issue I'm running into, I don't know about anybody else, but my clients that have downloaded it and are with me, they can text me, but I can't text them.
Interesting.
So within the chat, I'm pretty sure it's like within the chat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The chat feature.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. and they're
Okay.
texting
Yeah,
you.
like it'll say, message realtor on their end.
Mm-hmm.
And he sent me messages and links, and I tried to message back, and I can't even, the little box where you type, I can't even get it to recognize my touch.
Okay.
That's
It
interesting.
looks like Amir is going through the same thing.
Yeah. I didn't know after status.
That's actually a first I've heard of that, Jonathan.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a big deal because you want to keep that communication with your client.
Yeah, I mean, we're pushing for this app, and I would hate for the first impressions are a lot with
Yep.
this stuff that we do, right?
Yeah.
So if I talk this app up, and I mean, I've had at least 4 people get excited enough to download it, and then it doesn't work properly. Like they're gonna get a little annoyed.
Of course.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a duplicate. So there's a chat where you can actually chat with the customer, and then there's actually a text message where you can. So I think that the ICA is still involved in that chat in iConnect, and then there's an actual text message with the customer as well.
Interesting.
I don't know. The text comes to me, but I can't respond. Like it won't allow me.
Jonathan.
You go in, there's a space there that says if you would normally click it, your keyboard would come up.
Yes.
That's message, and you can't click it, so the keyboard would come up. Or
I can click it, but the keyboard doesn't.
come up.
Yeah.
Jonathan, can you do me a
There's
favor?
no stylus or anything. It doesn't even recognize it.
Jonathan, can you screen record that process and send it over, and I'll send it over to Zishan?
Sure.
Thank you. Because for him to see it visually, really helps him understand what's going on.
Good question.
Okay. And I mean, we have been chatting. I don't know if this is the case, but if the lead is not specifically assigned to you, maybe we can't chat with them.
Send
Even
me
if they text you.
send me that info. Excuse me.
Plus
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll send it over to you.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that, Jonathan.
Nice.
Yeah. I do want to say, like, if anybody has any sort of tech improvements that they would want to see with the app, has anybody came across like any ideas? Like, have you ever were in communication with a customer or were watching the live mode on the geo tracking feature within the app? Does anybody have any ideas on features that you would want to see within that app? Like any sort of I can't even think of any myself, but any sort of improvement in communication features between you and ISA or customer, any sort of video calling features or enhancements, any sort of sending the link or sending the URL, how to invite people onto the platform. Any ideas in that sense? Yeah, go ahead, Amir.
So on that, when you actually invite someone, real simple. So what I'd like to see is actually just create a link that you can copy. Here's what's happened to me. So it says, hey, on the customer referral piece, once I click it, then it asks me to enter the entire phone number, and I've already been communicating. A lot of times I just want to copy and paste that link into the ICA kind of 3-way text piece, and I don't have that number.
Got it.
So if I get a text from ICA that says, hey, introducing Amir, your Zillow Premier agent, you're going to be in good hands, well, then what I want to be able to do is immediately copy the link to iConnect and send it to the customer, number one. And so that means I got to go back out and actually find the phone number. So it will be a lot easier if I could just copy the link, and paste it into an existing conversation.
Yeah. Copy link. Yeah.
As opposed to creating a new text message. because that's what it does. And maybe, again, I'm going to say everything with a grain of salt because I just, I'm getting into the swing. But what it's been doing is if I say, hey, create a customer link, then it actually takes me to a brand new text message. And so I don't have that number, especially if I don't have the name saved, just off the original piece.
Right. It's just making it more of an efficient workflow for you, to where it's just copy
Literally
paste,
like
boom.
YouTube.
Here.
So on YouTube, if you want to, you can actually copy the link.
Yeah.
When you get ready to share a YouTube clip or YouTube video, it actually allows you to copy the actual link and paste it.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a great one.
Yep, love that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
My other question is, when I get the message that says you can track your customer, that typically I haven't been able to see that in action.
Yeah, usually the customer has to have the app downloaded in order for that feature to be turned on.
Yes.
Okay. So it's sending the emails out whether the customer has it downloaded or not. Is that accurate?
Yeah. So it's very similar. I don't know if you've ever been. I don't know if you're familiar with the like DoorDash, Postmates, like those, like Uber Eats, like those types of apps. If you don't have it, usually sometimes like, so me and my friends, when we go out and one of us don't have the app, but we share the link of where that driver is to everybody else. Even if somebody doesn't have the app, it pops up as a web page. And so it says like, hey, your Uber Eats driver is right here, and then just gives you a little information on like who they are, what type of car they have, and all that good stuff. So it's very similar to them. If they don't have the app downloaded, then they're just going to get a web page of, hey, your agent, we confirmed this day, this time. Here's the property address with our little logo there, and then it says, I believe it's confirm appointment and then reschedule appointment. It gives them those two options, and then an hour prior to that as well, it sends them another one saying, hey, look, your agent's going to be on your way. Your appointment's at 6 p.m. tonight, Tuesday night, and again, you can confirm or reschedule. And then there's also I believe it's a sidebar that says download the app to track to keep track of your agent live.
So the email that I get it actually is asking me if I want to track my customer.
Yeah. So
right?
yeah. So the only way that you can is if they actually downloaded it. Yeah. And so, good question though. So this would be the last question that I have for you all. What more, I want to say, content or ideas do you have around the information that you want to get from ICU? Like any sort of marketing ideas? If so, what? Like what specifically do you want to see when it comes to marketing, either to generate leads through the app or using the app to increase your unique selling proposition, or anything marketing wise, sales wise, or just like tech, like how-tos with the app? Are there any ideas that you all want to see more of here on ICU?
Can I paste my YouTube link in there? In the chat or in the text message with the customer?
Your YouTube link?
I've tried that.
I've never tried like an external link. Do you know if you can?
I've never tried it either.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That would be cool. And frankly, it's gonna save me $50 a month.
Yeah. Why do you ask that? Like, why do you ask that, Amir?
So I've got a YouTube video, and at I think $49 a month. I think the difference between, and you can help me if I'm not correct, the difference between $49 and $99 is the video feature. Are there any features that I'm missing?
So with the $49 and $99, you also get access to 3 service areas, and so compared to 1 with the $49, and yeah. So those are the 2 like main features that distinguish the 2, $49 and $99.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I would just love to be able to take my YouTube link to a quick 1-minute intro video that I have already running, and then paste it into the iCONNCT communication.
Yeah, the chat. Interesting. Yeah, I've never tried like an external
or
link.
the text message, but I think I've tried it before, and it just won't allow you to paste anything into those links.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Here's another thing that, again, just maybe me. What does iCONNCT talk to? Because here's what, if I have a challenge, is I'm getting emails from Follow Up Boss, Lofty, Zillow Premier. I think that's all for right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, when I go in, it seems like in my brain that I've got to do 3 or several updates with the same information.
Correct.
So you can help me by saying, hey, iConnect talks to this, or maybe I need to put it in something else that's talking to iConnect. I just don't like redundancy, for sure.
Right, of course. And correct me if I'm wrong, Lainey, but I believe the cadence for Lofty, is iConnect, Lofty, iConnect, Zillow. So anything that comes in through our Lofty will go straight into iConnect, and then whatever's in iConnect should go straight into Zillow, Zillow to Lofty, so it makes that circle. Is that correct, Lainey, or is that pattern wrong? Because I believe that's how Lofty talks to.
So when I'm dealing, before Laney answers, when I'm dealing with clients that are referrals, here's what I'd love to be able to do. I'd love to be able to do it one time and everybody get it, versus having to go to each different application.
Right.
So it's just a matter of knowledge for me. I don't think there's anything wrong or improvement that needs to be made.
Yeah.
So like integration.
I know
between all of them?
when iConnect and FUB is done, everything is going to be done through iConnect.
There you go.
So when I go into iConnect, then it speaks to everybody else.
Correct.
Or update
Correct.
information.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're asking about marketing, and there is something I would like help with, and it might be a big ask. Learning to build a funnel for either agents to join iConnect or customers, either one, and I can then put it part of my drip campaigns or run a Facebook ad. Like I know how to run ads and do stuff. But and maybe it's asking too much to learn how to build a funnel for you guys. I know there's YouTube videos and stuff I could do too. So
Yeah.
whatever you feel is fair.
Yeah, that's a very interesting one because that can go into a lot of rabbit holes. I mean, because we're constantly, like literally every single day building funnels. And so it's getting to a point to where it's becoming second nature to me, where you could probably wake me up in my sleep and be like, hey, can you create a funnel for Facebook ads? And then, here's the goal of it. Here's the metrics we're keeping track of. And I'd be like, yeah, all right, cool. So we have to set up the automation here. We have to do the sales pipeline here. We have to make sure there's internal notifications. We have to, And so like, that's very interesting. Just like there's lots of, like you get my brain going now, Jonathan, which is like going into the different aspects of funnels to where
Question real quick.
Yeah.
I hate to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
On that, do you use GHL?
Yes.
Go high level? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we heavily leverage that for our funnels. And so for those of you that don't know, Go High Level, it's a CRM. It's a very advanced CRM. It's very similar to Salesforce and HubSpot when it comes to its capabilities. And so you're able to develop your sales pipelines to keep track of every single stage of the customer journey. You're able to set up lots and lots of automations, not only within Go High Level, but also mirror like what you're talking about, like talking to Google Sheets and, hey, send my metrics to Google Sheets so I can read the data. I want you to notify our team in order, like when a lead does this. And so so all of the campaigns that we're running here, it's all through Go High Level, and we build the landing pages in there. We do all the email marketing in there. We do everything in there. And it's to me, it's a very impressive CRM.
No, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is very cool. But yeah, that's a good topic, man. I can talk a lot about that. That'd be very interesting. We actually just hired on a marketing intern, and we were going over that today, which is like the development of the funnel and the different stages that campaigns go through from the beginning stage of ideation all the way to the scaling or termination of the campaign based on the data. And so, that's a very, that would probably be a 3-hour episode. I would probably get my, so I'd probably have to break it up into little chunks of like, okay, today we're going to talk about.
Series going on.
Yeah.
Like a one-on-one if you ever had time. I just like to pick your brain about it.
100%, man. Yeah, I'm always in the office. Like I'm in the office Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and so yeah, anytime you wanna chat about it, I'm more than happy to.
Awesome.
Cool, man. Well, I appreciate you all. I really appreciate the engagement for everybody. I don't think you all understand how much this helps us. Like when it comes to now going back into the game, if you will, and and fixing everything that we need to fix in order to make this a better channel for you all to absorb information and learn about the app, and then also about improving the app for you all. I again, like I really appreciate all the engagement from you all on all the episodes, not just today. Just like anytime you all engage with us and give us questions about whatever it is, tech issues, improvements, ideas about anything, we really appreciate you all, and we really appreciate the engagement, and we really look forward to continuing on helping you all serve your communities with the technology that we've been providing to you all. And so, like always, I hope some open escrows. I hope some closed escrows. I hope some commission checks. I hope that one call that says, hey, we've been looking to sell our home in Amir. I seen your flyer the other day on this thing. Can you come out and do a listing presentation for us? I hope all of those conversations for you all going into the end of this week, and hopefully I will see you all on Friday for our ICU on Friday. And so, yes.
Hey, how's it going, man? How are you?
What's up, PJ? Coming in perfect timing, man. Right at the end, right when we're about to stop. I'm just kidding. Go ahead, PJ.
Yeah, just having a question regarding the whole aspect of digital footprint. Is Zillow Premier Agent app, is it gonna be replaced by something else, or are we gonna keep that?
Zillow Premier Agent app. I'll have either Kathy or Lainey reach out to you about that, because that's about like our Warburton team, and I do want to be respectful to all the other people here that are on here for iCONNCT, and so I'll let the Warburton team get in contact with you to answer that question.
And then two-part question: is iCONNCT app down?
At the moment, yeah. So like we are literally like working our face off right now to get it off. This is why we're kind of like stopping early today, and so we're about to go back and have more meetings with our developers to get it back up for you guys.
Okay, but essentially all my leads are gone from the Zillow app.
Mhm.
Zillow.
Yeah, that's all of that. That's what we're fixing right now, PJ.
And then is the GoWP now tied app? Is that also being serviced? Is that under maintenance?
Wait, ask that one more time.
The GoWP now, the one that Andrew always refers to for.
He's talking about the Lofty website.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't. So again, I think that's a Warburton team question, because I don't think any of the other people that are not a part of the Warburton team that are on here right now, I don't think they use Lofty, and so I'll have either Lainey or Kathy reach out to you regarding those questions, man.
Okay.
Yeah. But I appreciate you guys. Hope everybody has a great rest of the week. See you guys later.
Bye.